What if I told you that buried in the dusty scrolls of an ancient civilization lies the exact reason why most people never achieve their dreams? What if this forgotten wisdom could predict with stunning accuracy whether you'll join the 10% who succeed or remain trapped with the 90% who fail? You're about to discover a story so powerful that it was deliberately hidden from the masses for over 2,000 years. The rulers knew that if this knowledge spread, ordinary people would become unstoppable. But today, this ancient secret emerges from the shadows. Once upon a time, in the golden age of the Persian Empire, there existed a magnificent city called Persepolis. This wasn't just any ordinary city. It was the jewel of the known world, where the greatest minds gathered to unlock the mysteries of human potential. In this city lived two young men, both born on the same day to families of identical wealth and status. Their names were Darius and Cyrus, and their story would forever change how we understand success and failure. Darius was everything you'd expect from a nobleman's son. Brilliant, charming, and blessed with every advantage wealth could provide. He had the finest tutors, the most expensive robes, and access to the royal library that contained the wisdom of ages. Everyone who met him declared he was destined for greatness. Cyrus, on the other hand, seemed cursed by the gods themselves. Born with a withered left arm, a stutter that made speaking agony, and a face marked by childhood illness, he was everything Darius was not. Servants whispered behind his back, and even his own father looked upon him with disappointment. When both boys turned 16, as was tradition in their culture, they were summoned before the Oracle of the Sacred Flame, an ancient sage who had advised kings and predicted the rise and fall of empires. The oracle's task was simple: to reveal which path each young man would walk in life. The oracle examined Darius first. She saw his perfect form, his quick wit, his natural charisma. The courtiers expected her to prophesy a future of unimaginable success. Instead, she spoke words that would echo through the corridors of time. "You, blessed child, carry within you the seeds of your own destruction. Your gifts will become your curse, your strengths your weakness. You will achieve early victories that will blind you to the mountain you must climb. In the end, you will join the vast multitude who mistake talent for destiny." The court gasped. How could such a gifted young man be destined for failure? Then the oracle turned to Cyrus. The deformed boy stood trembling before her, expecting words of doom. Instead, her eyes lit up with an otherworldly fire. "You, broken vessel, contain the very essence of triumph. Your wounds will teach you what comfort cannot. Your struggles will forge the strength that ease never builds. You will discover the ancient secret that separates the few who conquer from the many who surrender. You will become what others only dream of being." The courtiers were baffled. How could the oracle see greatness in such an unlikely candidate? But the oracle wasn't finished. She revealed the ancient secret that would determine each young man's fate. There exists an invisible force that governs all human achievement. The ancients called it the Great Divider. It is not talent, nor luck, nor circumstances that determine whether a person succeeds or fails. It is how they respond to the sacred gift of struggle. She explained that this force presented itself differently to each person, but its essence remained the same. For Darius, blessed with natural advantages, the Great Divider would come disguised as early success. Each easy victory would whisper to him that he was special, that rules didn't apply to him, that effort was unnecessary. His comfort would become quicksand, slowly pulling him down while he remained unaware of his descent. For Cyrus, cursed with obvious disadvantages, the Great Divider would appear as relentless hardship. But within each struggle lay a hidden gift: the forging of an unbreakable spirit, the development of skills that come only through necessity, and the wisdom that emerges from walking through fire. Years passed, and the oracle's prophecy began to unfold with terrifying accuracy. Darius sailed through his early years effortlessly. His natural charm opened doors without effort. His family wealth solved problems before they became serious. His intelligence allowed him to grasp concepts quickly while others struggled. Success came so easily that he began to believe he was invincible. But success without struggle is like a tree with shallow roots. magnificent to behold until the first real storm arrives. When Darius was appointed to lead a diplomatic mission to Egypt, he approached it with his usual casual confidence. After all, hadn't everything always worked out for him? He didn't prepare thoroughly, didn't study Egyptian customs deeply, didn't anticipate potential complications. Why should he? He was Darius, the golden child who could do no wrong. The mission was a catastrophic failure. His lack of preparation led to cultural misunderstandings that nearly sparked a war between the empires. When he returned in disgrace, Darius discovered something that shattered his worldview. For the first time in his life, his natural gifts weren't enough. But here's where the ancient secret revealed its true power. Darius, having never learned to struggle, having never developed the muscles of persistence and resilience, simply couldn't cope with failure. Instead of seeing it as a teacher, he saw it as evidence that the world was unfair. Instead of using it as fuel for growth, he used it as an excuse for bitterness. He began to blame external forces, corrupt officials, jealous rivals, changing times. Each excuse made him weaker. Each blame made him more brittle. By the time he was 30, the golden child had become a bitter man who spoke constantly of what could have been, who lived in the past, who had joined the 90% who never fulfilled their potential. Meanwhile, Cyrus's path was the opposite in every way. His stutter forced him to think carefully before speaking, developing a depth of thought that quick talkers never achieve. His withered arm meant he had to find creative solutions where others relied on brute force. His scarred face taught him that true confidence comes from within, not from others' approval. Every day was a struggle, but every struggle was a lesson. When other students mocked his speech, he spent hours each night practicing until his stutter became barely noticeable. When physical tasks seemed impossible with his disability, he invented new techniques that were often more efficient than traditional methods. Most importantly, Cyrus learned what the oracle meant about the Great Divider. He discovered that struggle wasn't his enemy. It was his teacher, his trainer, his forge. Every obstacle became an opportunity to grow stronger, wiser, more capable. When Cyrus was given his first leadership role, a minor position overseeing the city's grain distribution, he approached it with the intensity of someone who knew that nothing would be handed to him. He studied every aspect of agriculture, logistics, and administration. He walked the fields with farmers, worked alongside dock workers, sat with hungry families to understand their needs. His first year was grueling. Crop diseases threatened the harvest. Pirates attacked grain ships. Political rivals tried to sabotage his efforts. But each challenge only strengthened his resolve. Each problem became a puzzle to solve rather than a reason to quit. By year's end, Cyrus had not only solved the grain crisis, but had revolutionized the entire system. His innovations were so effective that neighboring cities sent delegations to learn his methods. The king himself took notice of this unlikely young man who turned every disadvantage into an advantage. The oracle's words proved prophetic. Cyrus's early struggles had forged exactly the character traits that separate the successful 10% from the failing 90%. Resilience in the face of setbacks, creativity born from necessity, confidence earned through overcoming rather than given by genetics. And most importantly, the understanding that struggle is not something to avoid, but something to embrace. As the years unfolded, Cyrus rose to become one of the most respected leaders in the empire. Not because things came easily to him, but precisely because they didn't. Every position he held, every responsibility he carried, every challenge he faced had prepared him for the next level of difficulty. He understood what the ancient wisdom teachers knew, that human potential isn't unlocked by comfort and ease, but by pressure and resistance. Just as a diamond requires immense pressure to form, and a muscle requires resistance to grow stronger, character and capability require struggle to develop. Darius, meanwhile, never recovered from his early failures. Having never learned to see obstacles as opportunities, having never developed the skills to persist through difficulty, he remained forever trapped in the prison of his own unfulfilled potential. He became a living example of the 90% who possess all the tools for success, but lack the one crucial element: the ability to transform struggle into strength. The ancient secret that the oracle revealed that day has echoed through the ages, appearing in different forms across cultures and centuries. The Stoics called it the discipline of perception. Eastern philosophers described it as the way of the warrior. Modern psychologists term it resilience and growth mindset, but the essence remains unchanged. The great divider, that invisible force that separates the successful 10% from the struggling 90%, is not what happens to you, but how you choose to interpret and respond to what happens to you. Those who join the 90% see obstacles as proof that they're not meant to succeed. They interpret struggle as evidence of unfairness. They view setbacks as signs to quit rather than signals to adapt. Those who join the 10% see obstacles as training equipment for their character. They interpret struggle as the universe's way of making them stronger. They view setbacks as course corrections rather than dead ends. The story of Darius and Cyrus isn't just ancient history. It's playing out right now in your own life. Every challenge you face is the great divider asking you the same question it asked them. Will you let this make you bitter or better? Will you use this as an excuse or as fuel? Your response to that question is writing the story of your life right now. It's determining whether you'll join the 90% who let circumstances define them or the 10% who define their circumstances. The ancient wisdom is clear. Your struggles are not your curse. They are your greatest gift if you choose to unwrap them. Now here's what I need to know from you. Which character in this story resonates more with your current situation? Darius or Cyrus? Think about the biggest challenge you're facing right now. Are you treating it like an enemy to avoid or a teacher to learn from? Drop a comment and share your honest answer. Your response might be exactly what someone else needs to hear to transform their own struggles into strength. And if this ancient wisdom hits you as hard as it hit me when I first discovered it, share this story with someone who needs to hear it. Remember, you have everything within you right now to join the 10%. The only question is whether you'll choose to see your struggles as Cyrus did or as Darius did. The great divider is waiting for your answer.